Good evening. Well, just watched Empire. Y'all watch it? All right. I don't know if it's good or wonderful or not. I'm glad this thing with this kidnapping with Claudia is brought to a climax in this first episode. I don't want them to drag that out. So here's my concern about Empire. They coming on. This is now episode 10. Now, as far as I know, seasons only last. I think 13 is like the maximum. 13 episodes. So they're coming on in episode 10. So they're going to come back for just four episodes. That's it. And then go on another long hiatus. I don't know. I'm hoping. I know Empire one season. Sopranos one season they ran 18. That's the only time I ever seen it happen. Anyway. Okay, so this Empire is season 4, episode 10. We're picking up from earlier part of the season. They had some kind of break. I don't understand all these breaks with Empire. Okay, so Jamal is tripping now because he has killed. Remember on the last episode of before the break, he had killed Angelo. Self-defense. Jamal is not arrested. He's not in jail. As far as we can tell, he's not in any trouble. Nothing's going to come from it. But he is tripping again. Now, every time he gets into any kind of violent altercation, he goes into this depression, and so I'm praying to God that they're going to send us through that another episode of him being out of his mind because of one of these violent acts. This is all the show does is violent acts. So, but anyway, he's depressed. He's guilty. Next scene is Claudia is then kidnapped Lucius. Claudia's kidnapped Lucius. She's got this fantasy that she's in love with this other guy, Dwight. Dwight was the personality he had while he was coming out of his coma. So she has kidnapped him and got him chained to this bed in this cabin, this remote cabin, right? She tases him first. So she has a taser gun and she has a gun. I believe she has another weapon there that she used to control him. And she's rigged this system where these bright lights and this sound, this horrible sound, which is a mixture of all his music, rap music together, extremely loud, combined with a medication she's given him, which amplifies sound and sight. It drives him nuts. She turns that on. So she's rigged all that, right? Then she got a line drawn around how far he can reach with that chain on his leg, on his good leg. He's got, he only got one leg. So she's chained the good leg. And the other leg, he's just swinging around because there's lots of falling down and stuff. The leg don't come off. So the good leg is chained to his bed, right? This line, she knows exactly how far he can come. So what he's got to do is somehow get her in that line where he can attack her. All right? So when first time he tries to come after her, she shoots him with the taser in his chest, knocks him down, knocks him out. Okay, next thing we got a song. We got a song from Tori Ash. Wonderful. I didn't remember that she could sing that well. She got a beautiful voice. If that is her voice, Tori Ash doing this number, right? So we just see her on stage. She didn't have a talking part in this episode. They're at the club, dancers and all that. It's a nice scene. Nice song, good voice. Better than I remembered it. All right. Then Thirsty digs up Claudia's therapist. Now, they figured out that Claudia has got Lucius. They figured it out because they have video of Andre in his mental hospital, right? Andre's in his nut house. I shouldn't say nut house. He's in this mental institution being cared for. Lucius visits him. That's the last time anybody saw Lucius, right? Okay, and they saw in the clip that Claudia was there. That's how they figure out that she's got him. All right. Next thing happens is Thirsty goes out and he digs up Claudia's therapist. Cookie runs down what they think is going on and asking this woman about this girl's mind. And the therapist kind of tells them that she's done this before with another man, another patient she's fallen in love with. All right. Next thing we see is Portia confronting Becky in the bathroom. All right, Becky's in the bathroom. She's doing one of those instant pregnancy tests. And she is resistant. She didn't want to tell Becky what's going on, but Becky walks up on her, and she is persistent. She wants to know, what are you doing? Why you keep going? Why you keep peeing? Becky finally breaks down and tells her that she is pregnant. She's got a whole bag full of pregnancy tests. She keeps hoping that it's wrong, but it's right. They're all coming back positive. She says that she only cops to, so far, Big Papa that was her boyfriend, being the one she had sex with. I think the number was 8 times. So they haven't introduced anyone else, but it wouldn't surprise me if it is somebody else, just for drama's sake. All right, so okay, so I told you about this girl with this damn system she got. She clicks on this damn noise, and he's like, ah, 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 like that, causing these lights and this sound. Every time he tries to come across that line, she clicks it on and it drives him nuts, right? So she's a professional at this. All through this episode, Cookie is having flashbacks of his prison time. I'm not sure the relevance here. I know it has something to do with her wanting to cut somebody with a razor blade in prison. She was in prison. They keep showing. They showed like 3 flashbacks of his problems she was having in prison. One of the guards had gotten one of the girls pregnant, so he was Cookie's enemy, and they had this plan to get him. The plan failed. Cookie ended up in the hole. Right. I don't understand the flashbacks because it didn't come to any climax. All they do is throw her in the hole. There's a point to be made there, but I didn't catch it. Okay. Yeah, she was having a problem with the guard there. She wanted to cut him. She had his razor blade in her mouth. I think the only thing I can see this similar is she's going to try to use a razor blade in this last scene. So I don't know how well that was put together. They could have did that without all those flashbacks and all the drama and stuff. That she knows what a razor blade is and how to hide it in her mouth. I think is what we're supposed to get out of that. But you guys tell me what you think. Okay, as we said, Andre is in this mental hospital. I don't remember the last episode of the last season well enough to remember. See, all these long-ass breaks they do. Why he's in the nut house, I don't remember. What made him snap. But I know he tried to kill his father. And they've already showed us in the forwards that there's going to be a confrontation where he confessed to his father that he was the one that blew his car up and his leg off. He also saved him at the very last minute because Lucius gave him the company. But he had a reason to save him. He was planning on killing him. All right, so we'll have to get to that when we get to it. For now, he's laid up, strapped down in a mental hospital. Okay. The guys come to see him. Jamal is having all these problems because he didn't kill this man, Angelo, even though it was in self-defense. He's tripping hard. He doesn't really have the heart for all this violence and stuff, where the rest of them seem to wear murder as a badge of honor. He really goes through it, and he's been through several incidents. But I hope they're not going to torture us through another of his mental breakdowns and so forth. I really don't want to see him in that condition anymore. He needs to step up his game. All right. So next thing we see, this therapist tells Cookie something that she puts together where this girl might be, associated with the first person that she stalked and captured. Cookie figures it out where this cabin is. She goes up there. She goes up there unarmed. What's she planning to do? Just walk through the door and just take him? She goes up there. Claudia hears her out in the yard and tells Lucius that he better play it off or she gonna cut her fucking throat. Right? So Cookie comes into the cabin. She opens the door. Claudia opens the door. Where's Lucius? Claudia invites her in and lets her talk to him. He's sitting at a piano pretending to play this song, right? And he's telling him telling Cookie to go away. I'm working on music. I'm where I want to be. It's not a problem here, kind of thing. Cookie didn't quite put it together, but at the same time he's saying that he's playing this music, right? And there's a hint that something's not right in the music because it's a song that she wrote for him. And he's saying, go away, I'm writing new music. So she doesn't catch it until she gets out in her car, is driving away. She's hurt because he seems to want to be there with her, with Claudia. She puts it together. Oh, that's my song. So she creeps her ass back over there. No police, no help. Anyway, she goes back and Claudia captures them both. Now she got two hostages. She got him chained by the foot, by the good leg. And she got this other girl, Cookie. Her hands are strapped to the table. Right? And they go into these monologues, about love and all this stuff. I don't remember the details of all that. Anyway, so she comes close to cutting Cookie's throat. Just as she's about to do that, she hears other tires in the, this is a busy remote cabin. She hears wheels in the driveway. She sees that it is her therapist who is looking her up now because she thinks something's going on. And she knows about this cabin as well. She's the one that told Cookie about it. Right? So the therapist gets out of the car. She wants to talk her down. She's already put together that he's more than likely in that cabin. So, because she's been through it with her before. She gets there, is walking up towards Claudia invites her in. As she turns her back, of course, Claudia hits her in the back of the head with a, what do you call those things? A hatchet. Not a hatchet. What's the big one called? The hatchet's the little one, right? Anyway, an axe. That's it. He hits her in the back of the head with an axe, right? Now, they didn't make it clear. I guess it's not very important whether she splits her head open with the axe or is just the handle of the axe or she just knocks her down. So that's the last we see of the therapist. You get back in there, and of course, now, who wiggled their way out? Wait a minute. Okay, Cookie is loose. She's hiding when Claudia comes back. And Claudia, once again, gets the upper hand because Claudia tases Cookie. Hits her in the arm with this taser she got. Right? Lucius gets so angry when she is tased his loved one that he finally gets enough balls to break the damn chair leg. So this was all about a chair leg all this time. Anyway, he breaks the chair leg and frees himself. And then he's just about to kill her when I guess, oh, what kind of people are we? One of those kind of speeches. He don't kill her. Next thing we see, very quickly, the cops are there. We don't see a phone call or anything like that. We see the cops have arrived and come and take Miss Claudia away. That's it. Okay, that's the first episode of Empire. It was exciting. I mean, yeah, that went okay, but I wanted it to go, move on past this lonely cabin. I like the glamour and the glitz of Empire. I like them to be in the hip hop thing, doing things around the mansions, not out in the woods with all this axe murderers and things. So, yeah, I think I'm about 90% that I'm going to follow this. I'm hoping it's not just we're going to get 4 episodes and they're going to leave again. I don't know. So, see you next week. All right, later.